I am Randy Twaniak, owner of Expedia Cruises, Edmonton West location. It's end of March 2021, and this will be the year that many of us begin to travel again and see the world. Travel will be different and in some ways more complicated as we deal with COVID issues in our own country and in countries around the world. There will be new rules with each country deciding on its entry requirements, and pre-trip COVID testing and being vaccinated may be required to travel. We want to make sure our clients get back to traveling safely and are informed of the new policies and procedures. My team of 24 professional vacation consultants are here for you, not only to plan your bucket list travels, but also to help you navigate through the new complexities of travel so that we can help you get back to traveling and doing it safely. Today, we bring you Leslie Schaff, Business Development Manager for Globus family of brands. Leslie will be letting us know what Globus and Cosmos is doing and has done to make sure you can travel the world safely. The protocols and safety measures Globus has put in place are ever-changing based on current scientific data and country requirements to ensure maximum safety for their guides, guests, and the countries they visit. Welcome, Leslie. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Randy. All right. We're good? We can see it? Okay. So thanks so much for joining us and to learn a little bit about what Globus and Cosmos is doing to keep you healthy and safe while taking a fantastic tour anywhere in the world. We travel 6 continents of the world and we have over 500 vacations to choose from. So I want to discuss today what's different, maybe what's the same, what should you be prepared for, and what you can really just relax about and feel confident about touring. This information, like Randy mentioned, is ever changing. So what the facts maybe I'm sharing you with today might change in tomorrow or in a week or in a month or so. But just to know that it does change, but we have your health and safety first in mind. So I'm going to talk about some components and maybe why taking a tour and why it is safe in today's environment. One of the biggest questions we get is why is touring a smart, safe option in today's travel environment? And I'm going to give you 5 key reasons. And the first one is you're traveling in your own bubble, which I'll explain a little more in a moment. We do all the heavy lifting, so touring more than ever lifts away the elements and touch points that distant from the experience. And I'll talk more about this as well in my presentation. Booking flexibility. You can have the freedom and flexibility when you book to change, and you have the right to change your mind. And we have that flexibility now when you're making your bookings. And I'll address that, the peace of mind and the flexibility that we have with Globus and Cosmos. You can get a great deal. It's a good time to book, you know, with our early booking discounts with both Globus and Cosmos. There's a lot of great deals out there. So make sure you contact your Expedia Cruises consultant and they will advise you on the fantastic deals that we have to offer for 2021 and 2022 travel. And of course, our enhanced health and safety measures. We've done a lot more to help protect you on tour, and I'll go through a little more in detail of our health and safety protocols that we've put into place to make you have a healthy, happy tour with Globus and Cosmos. So what to expect when traveling with us? And that's the big question, is that all fellow travelers will be screened, and we have some new health requirements that I'm going to talk about also today. Temperature checks daily on tour. You hear this a lot in this today's environment about temperature checks, so that's something we have implemented. The diligence of the touch points. So we are taking away a lot of these touch points from you. I'll explain a little bit more about that, but think about you don't have to stand in line at, let's say, going into the Vatican in Rome. You don't have to hand over your credit card. You don't have to stand in line to check into a hotel. We've taken away all those touch points. We're minimizing contact. And of course, we're the experts when it comes to the spacing and the masks, and our tour directors will advise you in the destination of what the requirements are. Because, you know, even within our own country, every province maybe have a different regulations in regards to masks and spacing. So our tour directors will be the experts worldwide when it comes to that. So talk about our TDs or the bee's knees. I love that. And they're the ones that are looking out for you in the destination. I mentioned they are the experts. They're going to know all the protocols in place, distance is kept, mask worn, etc. And our friendly Globus and Cosmos tour directors. They ensure that everywhere you go, our strict and health safety protocols are being followed at hotels, transportation, attractions, and restaurants. Know that your local guidelines around the personal safety, including social distancing, requirements, size of gatherings allowed, mask use, they are the experts on that as well. Ease entry into attractions without waiting in lines. I could just discuss that. No need for issue about currency transfer and admission. We're taking care of all of that for you. Be there as a local resource. They're like a personal concierge for you in the destination. Should you or someone in your party have a specific health requirement or question or even need, they're there to take care of you. Your home away from home. So you can be rest assured that Globus and Cosmos hotels are your home away from home. They have been vetted, tested, audited, and comply with strict health and safety guidelines. And we've worked really closely with our hotel partners during this time to make sure that they are abiding all of our requirements, because even though the requirements in the destination might be different than what actually our strict requirements are for our hotel partners. And this also includes the disinfecting of your room prior to your arrival, disinfecting of your luggage before it's brought to your room. Our buffet meals that used to be included have now been replaced with staff service to reduce risk as well. And that could be, the breakfast included daily, or some dinners that are included on your tour are now going to be all served versus the buffet, which is a nice touch, I think. You get around by these motor coaches, and it is getting around safe and sound, and the transportation, including the motor coach, has been protected, ensuring you get around safe and sound. Our state-of-the-art motor coaches and vehicles are undergone through some cleaning and disinfection, and every time that you get off the motor coach, the driver does disinfect it, and every morning and evening it's also disinfected. So it's disinfected quite a few times in the day. There's also hand sanitizer available on the motor coach. And our drivers ask our guests to utilize that hand sanitizer when they're embarking the motor coach and disembarking the motor coach. And just to know, like I said, it's cleaned all the time, and they are your mode of transportation when it comes to our Globus and Cosmos tours. And if you are a solo traveler, we're not going to make you sit with a total stranger. If you're a solo traveler, you will have your own seat. And we do have some small group discoveries now worldwide where the maximum group size is 24. So if we're using these motor coaches that seat 44 guests, you can easily social distance on a motor coach with 24 guests on these size of motor coaches. And that's a big question I know that you're going to have with group travel of magic numbers, and it may change. But if you want to travel with a smaller group, contact your Expedia Cruises consultant, and they know the departures that are our small group departures worldwide at 24 guests. So they'll advise you which dates are the small group. Touching hearts, not hands. We've removed many of the travel touch points, including luggage handling, hotel check-ins, and purchase at sightseeing tickets. Even better, Globus tour directors, they've secured an expedited entry into the must-see attractions with the VIP entrance, which means no waiting in long crowded lineups and queues for people for moments when there's a lot of touch points there. We've eliminated all that with our tours. So, and when you're thinking of the touching hearts, not hands, of course, I've already mentioned hand sanitizer once, but hand sanitizer, the tour directors are armed with that hand sanitizer as well. Inhale experiences, exhale memories, on-trip assurance. All of these features and enhanced protocols on your Globus and Cosmos tour add up to added layer of personal safety for your travels. Details of everything I touched on are available through your Expedia Cruises consultant, and they will send you, if you want the document, we have PDF documents on all of our health and safety protocols that we put into place for Globus and Cosmos. So let's talk a little bit more about detail and the peace of mind. So with Peace of Mind, it is a complimentary travel plan that comes with all 2021 and beyond bookings. If COVID's around, we're going to have our Peace of Mind travel plan around. So you have the right to change your mind up until your final payment date of your tour. So let's say you booked a Globus Italy tour for 2021. And, you know, when your final payment date comes around and you're not quite sure if you're ready to go international, not to worry, you can change it to a Canadian Globus tour and go to Newfoundland and Labrador, or you can change it to an Avalon River cruise in 2022. You just let your Expedia cruise consultant know before your final payment if you'd like to take advantage of the Peace of Mind program. I mentioned it's a complimentary program that comes with your deposit of your Globus and Cosmos tour. What to expect when traveling with us. So this is a little more details of what to expect. I talked about it. I would go in a little more detail before you go. Once you've made that deposit with us, there will be some health screening questions, some pre-registration. About 3 months prior, you can book your optional excursions if you want in advance. And 30 days prior, you can download the app and have your Globus Go app and Cosmos Go app. But we have a lot of the pre-screening and requirements done in advance. So you're not filling out any information in the destination, which is nice. We have our new health requirements that we have in place with Globus family of brands. Guests will need one of these 3 options. I know there's a lot of confusion, but you only need one. So of course, one is if you're fully vaccinated, at least 14 days prior. If you're not vaccinated, you would require a negative COVID test 72 hours before your first service with the Globus family of brands. So it could be, if you book the air inclusive with us, that's 72 hours of travel with the air, or if you were just arriving for the tour. So just to note that. And then the last one is if you've recovered from COVID-19, just to have a documentation that you have recovered from COVID-19. So we require one of these 3. I think the vaccination, most people we're going to have that vaccination when we're ready to travel again. But if you don't have the vaccination, don't worry. A negative COVID test or again, recovery confirmation is just fine with the Globus family. Again, I talked about the tour directors and the knees bees earlier, but there's Mark Love. He's our tour director, actually in my backyard. You can see my image behind me here. He's been with us 6 years. And just to remind you that they are the local experts, and everywhere they travel in the world, they are local tour directors, and they're trained and with our enhanced health and safety protocols in mind. They're your support 24/7. We have local offices worldwide who are equipped to handle any on-trip issues, and they have extensive local knowledge to help you navigate your destination safety, including helping you avoid long lines and crowds, and whenever possible when you do have your free time. Tour directors and local guides wear face masks when the guests when they're around the guests, while the drivers have approved PPE headgear as well, ensuring the spread of joy, not germs. Globus enhanced welcoming procedures are in place, ensuring guests have safe start to their journey. And these procedures include a mandatory health screening, like I talked about at the beginning, the temperature checks at the hotel when you meet the tour director for the first time. You're going to get your temperature check. I know it's a little odd, but it's a great way to meet your tour director. They're going to be, and your drivers will be taking care of the luggage and sanitizing your luggage through the whole journey, which is really, really nice. The direction and details on social distancing, I mentioned they are the experts, and they are the experts in the communities that you are traveling. And this is worldwide. This is not just like Mark Love here in the Rockies. This is anywhere that you go in the world. Our tour directors will be the experts when you're traveling. While traveling, like I mentioned with us, your luggage will be disinfected. I've already mentioned that a few times. There'll be ample amount of hand sanitizer available on the coaches at the hotels. The drivers and TDs and local guides will be taking an added precaution of wearing masks at all times, like I've mentioned. When it comes to you wearing a mask, that's a question I get a lot about mask wearing. We're just going to be going with the rules and regulations where we're traveling, because I mentioned everywhere in the world may have a different regulation. So just to know that if you have any questions and concerns about masks, always to ask your tour director in the destination. But as we all know, airlines are requiring masks on the airplanes. So we know you're going to be arriving with a mask. But if maybe you've lost your mask or it's dirty, we do have masks for our guests as well. So I know that's a big question to everyone asking in regards to that. Ensuring healthy and happy guests. So with all of this I'm talking about today is about with you as first in mind, the guest, the traveler with the Globus and Cosmos tours. If someone does become sick in the destination, we are going to take care of you, not to worry. Mentioned you have a tour director, like a personal concierge that's a local that can go with you to the hospital if needed, or go with you to get tested if needed. So we are there to take care of you in the destination. Also, if Canada requires that negative COVID test to return back to Canada, not to worry, we will arrange that in destination for you, no extra cost. We're going to arrange any of the test requirements in the destination. We will arrange all of that. So if you're doing a multiple country tour as well with Globus or Cosmos, let's say you have a tour going to Germany and Switzerland and France, and maybe France needs a negative COVID test within 72 hours of arrival of France, not to worry, we will arrange those testing in the destination for you. So you don't have to worry about that. So we'll take care of you in the destination. So heading for home, like I mentioned, with Canada, if we still need those negative COVID tests to return back to Canada, we'll arrange it. You don't have to worry about that. If you're going back on the end of the tour. Now, let's say you're staying a week later, I'm sure you'll have to arrange your negative COVID test. But if you're going back that last day of the tour and you're heading home, not to worry, we'll arrange that the testing for the COVID-19. But we want to make sure that we aim for you leave the tour as healthy as you arrive to the tour. So just to remind you of that, we strive for healthy, happy guests, like I just talked about on the last screen. When it comes to the airport transfers, the flight arrangements, we're there to help you take care of all of that with Expedia Cruises as well. So this is it for health and safety protocols that we put into place for on-trip assurance with Globus and Cosmos. Again, if you have any questions and you want to see these in a little more detail, Expedia Cruises, consultant can give you all the information, and we have a living document on all of this that we have that may change, as I mentioned, but it gives you a good idea what we're doing to make sure your health and safety on our tours.
Thank you, Leslie. That was excellent information. You definitely are keeping your guests safe for us. Can't wait to get back to traveling again. Everybody watching, we appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and we look forward to helping you plan your future trips. We will talk to you soon.